It's time to switch gears, right? Maybe you've been doing a job that you don't necessarily like for a while, and then you saw somebody selling some houses, get some nice checks, go, hey, I want to do that. But there are things that you need to know prior to switching into this awesome career. Here in this video, we're going to go over 7 things you need to know prior to switching careers into real estate. So stick around. What's up, everybody? This is Tim Whittemore with the Whittemore Group here with LPT Realty right here on the Emerald Coast of Florida. That's right on the Panhandle. If this is your first time to our channel, we do tons and tons of videos about everything you need to know about real estate, right? About being a new agent, about being a productive agent, team lead, what have you, brokerage style. We're all over the place, all right? Me, I've been through quite a bit of it. I've been licensed in 3 states. I've been the lonely buyer's agent on the team. I've been a single agent, right? I've run teams in multiple different states at the same time. I've been an ops manager, that team lead. It's just, I've been around, okay? And I've made a ton of mistakes, so I want to let you know what I've learned so you can learn vicariously through me so you don't make that same mistake, all right? They always say that you are the sum of the 5 voices that you listen to, so let me be one of those voices to help you get to that next stage. Hopefully, in this case, as a real estate agent. All right, so we're going to be talking about those 7 things you need to know before switching these careers. So what about me, Tim? Tim, you look like you're pretty successful. You've been in here for a while? No. Well, yeah, kind of. Not as much as some people, but I'm not a lifer in this career. Prior to this, I did a lot of jobs. Main big one was working for the U.S. Air Force. And that was quite different than working into sales. Making the transition was tough. And here's the 7 things I wish I knew prior to jumping into this career. All right, number 1. This is a commission-based only business. If you've been getting salary in your previous job, if you've been getting paid by the hour, none of this exists anymore. Now, yes, there is a small facet of real estate where you could get paid salary or per hour to be a listing agent or a buyer's agent or showing assistant or something. But that's such a small entity, and there's not a whole ton of money into that, and it's going to be the same thing that you're used to. You got into real estate, or you're thinking about getting into real estate for the freedom, right? And that uncapped potential. So know that this is a commission-based only business. And it typically, which is number 2, it typically takes 4 to 6 months before you actually build some momentum and you get something under contract. I use this word momentum because it means so much in sales, right? It takes 4 to 6 months before you get paid. So me, when I first got into this industry, I had a buddy of mine that told me, hey, come down to Florida, join our team. You'd be great in real estate. So I ended up getting out of the Air National Guard in upstate New York, took everything I could, threw it into my small little sedan, threw the rest in storage, and then just drove from upstate New York all the way down to the Panhandle of Florida. Was staying out of my buddy's spare bedroom, paying him money, living kind of out of there and out of my car for about 3 to probably 6 months. Yeah, about 6 months before I started making sales and going there. But that entire 6 months, I was working my face off. Like, it was tons and tons of work over and over and just getting out there to do different things. And I was at a disadvantage because I wasn't necessarily from this area. So there was a lot of things that we had to do. But it was 4 to 6 months of hard work before I saw that first sales into momentum. Now, you can mitigate this, which leads me into number 3. If you have an SOI, which we call in the industry your sphere of influence, these are people that like you, they know you, and they trust you. If you have those 3 components from your previous life, we'll call it, in your career or the career that you're in now, or just your life before now, you can use that to kind of break this whole thing and get business rolling early. Why? Because you can reach out and be like, hey, I need your help. I just got into this. Who do you know that's looking to buy, sell, or invest? That's a very simplistic version of working your sphere of influence. But even if you just talk to people about that in that part of your business, it will do droves and it will outlast. Like, you'll probably have something under contract within 3 months. Why? Because that's what I train my people to do. If they have a big sphere of influence, that's all I tell them to do is like, hey, let's get into this. Let's get into this real quick. And I see massive success. even if they kind of do it. All right? All right, so let's move into number 4. Man, if you're moving somewhere, maybe you're in upstate New York and you're tired of the cold and the grouchy people and you want to just get out of there and we're going to go somewhere. I'm going to start a new career as a real estate agent, right? That sounds good. I'm going to buy a house right as I get going. Everything's going to be great. I thought that too. Well, it turns out if you want to get a loan, you've got to have 2 years of tax returns, positive tax returns to say that you're going to stay in that business, right? To get a loan. So if you plan on coming down here and purchasing a home, know that you got to have at least 2 years in the industry of, tax returns in order to qualify for that. Now, if you have cash or maybe you're doing something else on the side or something like that, that might work as well, and that may still qualify you, but just keep that in the back of your mind that your real estate business isn't really going to pay off for that for 2 years. Which leads me to number 5. Yeah, you may have that side hustle. Maybe it's a full hustle, and this is a side hustle. If you want to get into part-time into real estate, you absolutely can. Part-time means that you close 1 or 2 deals per year, maybe 3. But a lot of people tell me, hey, I want to work part-time, then move into full-time. The amount of times I've ever seen that happen is very, very small. Part-time typically turns into part-time, right? It doesn't go much further than that because you lack the commitment to go into full-time. And even if you do, it's still a completely different mindset when you go full-time in real estate. The biggest thing is commitment. Commitment is a huge, huge thing, right? A committed person will outlast a talented person any day of the week, especially in the sales industry. So you have to be committed to the things that you're going to do in order to do that. And if you are still like, hey, Tim, I'm going to do it. Good, be committed to it. But you're still going to be working your face off. You're going to be working 80 hours a week in order to build that momentum that you need for sales for it to make up. And it will never quite make up for your part-time job or your full-time job until you're full-time in real estate. There's not this easy transition. At least I've never seen it. If you've had this experience, I'd love to hear from you. Put it in the comments below, right? Yeah, make sure that if you're going to do this, you have to be committed into it to be full-time if you want to be that top 20% that makes 80% of the money in your marketplace. All right, moving on. Number 6 is you have to have that accountability. Not just that, it's self-accountability. Can you hold yourself accountable? If you can't, do you know somebody that can do it for you? Some places when you do join a team like mine, that's a huge part that I tell the people that join our team, is that the reason that you should come here is because of the support, it is because of the training, but the reason to join any team is because of that accountability. I set out to do something that we're going to do. Good, I'm going to keep you accountable for what you said you committed to me, and not just to me, but to yourself that you were going to accomplish. That is the biggest thing that is going to take you to that next level, is having that accountability and that commitment to it. If you don't have it, get somebody to do it for you. Hire a coach, right? Those free coaches, yeah, it's good. You don't have any skin in the game though. But if you're paying $100, $200, $300 a month or more for a real estate coach just to keep you accountable, now you got skin in the game, you're losing money, that may help as well. There's a reason behind it. It's all up here, guys. It's all up here. All right, number 7, last but not least, okay? This is a positive thing. The sky's the limit when you get into this industry, all right? There's really no top, okay? I haven't even come close to it. And if it's a monetary goal, you can just go way beyond what you ever thought that it could. If it's an influence goal, I mean, that's me, right? As a leader and influencer, it's still, even at my point, is still at the very low end of it. If it's getting into luxury, whether it's getting into commercial, whether it's getting into rentals, there's just so many things that you can do with that real estate license, okay? But the one thing I want to go forward with is a lot of people move into this industry because they like the income. They like 6-figure, 7-figure income that you can make here. You can make more than that too, right? I caution you as a brand new agent not to concentrate on commission. Okay, so if you're going to different brokerages and you're interviewing different brokerages, please don't concentrate so much on the commission split. Why? Because it doesn't matter at the beginning. It really doesn't. The things that most agents tell me when I interview them for my team is they want support and they want training. Because that license that you got, the licensing training, doesn't teach you how to be a licensed agent, doesn't teach you how to be successful. The training that you get after at your brokerage is going to be the biggest one. So don't go to a 100% commission brokerage where they have no support or don't really have any training, or they assign you a mentor that you never see, right? You want to make sure that that brokerage that you're going to feels like a good culture fit, has the good training, and has the support to help you once you have that training to get a contract to close. Because 100%, say you go to 100% brokerage, 100% of $0 is still $0, right? So figure out what you could do, at least at the beginning, to get good training and to see if this might fit for you. You're like, it could be a good fit and you stay there indefinitely. But if not, you start building your momentum, then go ahead and go to something that has better splits for you, splits of your brokerages, okay? Really concentrate on that early and you will be successful. All right, that's all I have for you for the 7 things you need to know before switching careers into real estate. If you have any questions beyond what I told you, please leave it here in the comments below. And please keep it positive, but I love hearing from you guys, so leave it here below. And if you are curious about getting into real estate, curious about a brokerage here at LPT, or just have questions on anything, I'd love to help. I'll try to make some time for you guys. Just give me a call, text, find me on social media, whatever you got to do. I got your back when you're looking to get into this career field. But again, my name is Tim Whittemore. I'm with LPT Realty here with the Whittemore Group, and I'll see you in our next video. Take care.